Right, top of the hour. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Another week, another day in the lives. So yeah, fantastic. Good morning to you all. Hope the week is going to be great. Times are changing, as Trevor says. We were just chatting before. Things happened at warp speed over the weekend. Apparently, I don't know. I must have been sleeping. Didn't see a thing. But some of us who keep our fingers on the pulse apparently noticed something happening. So anyway, Lee, over to you. Let's get the day kicked off.
Well, morning, everyone. Good to see you all. Hope you all had a good weekend. And we begin Monday morning Wisdom's Chats with the question of what is keeping you strong? And so we were thinking about strength and what strength means to us. And but in these tough times and the difficulties that we're facing, what is actually keeping us going? Putting the one foot in front of the other. What are we doing to resource ourselves or refresh ourselves, renew ourselves, keep us going in these times? So I was thinking about it for myself and asking myself that question, because obviously you have to do the thinking yourself before you can just launch out into the question. And I realized, and it might seem a cliche, but but they're simple things that you have to take. You have to make an effort. You have to actually make a choice. So they're simple things like deciding that I'm going to take a 15-20 minute lunch break and sit outside and sit in the sun, or sit and have breakfast with my husband sitting in the sun, just so that you just got that little bit of a break from screen time and just feel the rays. You know, that's just a simple thing. It's taking a walk. And now it's amazing how things that you took for granted, you know, a million years ago, like last year or January 2020, are now something that you just delight in. The fact that I can choose to walk in the morning or in the afternoon. So this afternoon I'm going for a walk, and again, that's just something, just to be outside, just to be in nature. My husband and I talk and walk as we go, so that's also gives me strength. And then maybe on a deeper note, my daughters give me strength. I don't think they realize it, because they don't do it in a kind of needing to support or care for mom kind of way, but just the way that they think, the way that they process, the discussions that we have, it's so stimulating, it's so interesting, and I'm so proud of them without trying to be patronizing. And that just definitely gives me strength to think of this young generation with all its passion and initiative, and I love that. And then there's one last thing, and it's again a simple thing, but it gives me both rest and refreshment and inspiration. I love watching TV programs about people who do weird and wonderful things, like crocodile hunting or tuna fishing or building Alaska. That's one of my most favorite programs. It's just so incredible to watch people put themselves through strenuous conditions because they have this great passion or this amazing idea, or the crocodile hunters, for instance. I mean, they just love crocodiles. Snakes in the city, that's another thing. I just absolutely love the passion and the, you know, this. So those things are the things that keep me strong, keep me going, keep me inspired. Simple things, but you have to choose to put yourself in the place of taking advantage of them. So hopefully that stimulated some ideas and thinking for yourself. What is keeping you strong at the moment?
Great, thanks, Lee. Yeah, some interesting points there. I'm not so sure about snakes in the city and catching crocodiles, but yeah, each to their own, I suppose. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes out during the course of the morning. So let's go across to Sally first for a change. Morning, Sally.
Morning, guys. Hope you all well. Okay, so wow, Lee, you're right on the money this morning. I wanted to share with you before I started my little spiel today about just to give you guys a little bit of an update that I've, as many of you know, I've started doing that Mind Power course with Robin Banks. And wow, what a journey it's been for me. And it's just absolutely wow. I love psychology and I'm passionate about the brain. And this is just sort of really up my alley. And I think that ties into the conversation for today, because at the moment that's my exercises that I'm doing every day, that's what's keeping me focused and that's what's keeping me strong. And I'm going to take that with me through the rest of my life. And yeah, it's just amazing. It's just the power of positive thinking and vibrating at a high level. It's just absolutely awesome. And then also my children, my two boys, the one is my oldest one is 10 and my baby is 7. They give me strength. They don't realize it. It's like Lee said, they don't realize it. They don't I don't, we don't come across each other as sort of needy, but they give me strength. So I am divorced. I'm currently sharing, I see my children half the time. So it's like a week. And I find that if I go too long without seeing them, then I get depressed. And it's not the same as, as talking to them over the phone. I talk to them every day. We have FaceTime over WhatsApp, but it's not the same. It's also a situation of nobody's needy. Nobody expresses a need to each other, but I just draw my strength from them, and they don't realize that. They don't realize that. And then just lastly, thinking about TV programs, Lee, I really, really love to watch a program called I Survived, where people go through the most horrible things and they survive and they tell their story, and that's just amazing. That's I think I can think of my life and I'm thinking, wow, things are actually not that bad because I haven't been through that. And it's just such an inspiration. And then also the last thing is you guys make me happy. You guys keep me positive. So yeah, so that's me. Thanks, Ivan.
Great, thanks, Sally. Jasper, let's come across to you.
I was hoping you give a few more people a chance there, so that we can
test
yes, on the whole strength thing. I certainly relate with the grandkids. I've got 2 grandkids, 3 and 5, and I think just their innocence for them a day is a day, and they have their little games they play here around the yard, and come and surprise us and stuff like that. And that thing in the Bible to say, why can't we be more like kids who just innocently, without having to understand how it's going to work out, just have that faith that I will have a bed to sleep on tonight and I will be okay. And I learn a lot from that. And I think the fact that the other thing that gives me strength is very much related to a sense of purpose. So I feel what I'm busy doing now, it may not currently show results, but I feel it's 100% aligned with what is needed to do right now, so that in this uncertain times, when the next phase of the economy reveals itself, we are rightly positioned. And then I think the knowledge that you are surrounded with like-minded people, and you're not necessarily home-based friends, but somehow you've got your little tribe that you have a sense of we understand each other. And just by the way, on Friday morning with our chamber session. During the session, I had a bit of a drama here. I haven't driven my car in quite a while, and I asked my wife to just use the car for some errands. And she came in during the meeting to say the battery is flat. And then I had a severe problem because it's one of these automated locks and stuff. And in between, I tried to fix that too. But in the end, it almost fixed itself. So after a while, when the battery was fully discharged and where I couldn't get access to my car, eventually I got people out from my Hyundai, and they came here, and as I showed them what the problem was, I unlocked the car myself. And you know, so sometimes problems just sort itself out, and it brings me back to just have that little faith like a baby, or that faith like a little child, and have your strength from that.
Great, thanks, Jasper. Stella, let's get across to you.
Morning, everybody. Yeah, so the last 2 weeks, one of my friends in the complex convinced me to start walking with her. So we go at 6:30 in the morning for a walk, and that has been so refreshing to me. And it just sets your day for you. And then, of course, straight after that, then we have these sessions, which is also very valuable to me. But I draw my strength also from my children. Luckily, my son is staying with me at the moment. So you know, he's also a very positive child. He's not negative, and, you know, we laugh and we joke around. And the same with my daughter. So I talk to her once a week at least in South Korea. We normally talk on a Sunday, but Saturday I saw on the television that South Korea, they closed the schools again for 2 weeks, and she's teaching. And I phoned her and I said, oh, I see the schools are closed. She says, oh, she doesn't even know about it. She'll find out today when they go back. But then we talked, and I said to her, you know what, this COVID-19, although you're sitting on the other side of the world, we in the same situation, and we are actually history in the making. In 20 years' time, you're going to tell your children about COVID, like what our grannies talk about, the Great Depression, and you know, big things that happened in the world. And you're going to talk about what you did during COVID. So she says, yes. So her children is going to say to her, Mommy, why is Granny acting so weird? Why does she buy so much toilet paper? And then she's going to say, don't worry, it's still a COVID side effect. Or why is Granny showing us how to wash hands? We know how to do it. Yeah, so we had so much fun, you know, seeing the lighter side of it, and just to have that faith that, you know, we're all going to survive this. We're strong, and we're looking forward to a better future, although it's going to be a very different future. And then also what gives me a lot of strength is gospel music. Like on a Saturday is now my house cleaning day. And then I put on gospel music on YouTube, and it just goes, and I clean the house and I sing with it, and it gives me so much energy. And also I think, especially with housework or garden work, if you do that and you actually see that you've accomplished something, you know, that you can almost measure. It looked like this, and now it looks much better. That also gives you a bit of strength, and to be more positive and to look forward to other things to do. Yeah, so that's me. Thanks.
Right, thanks, Stella. Kevin, let's come across to you.
Okay. Morning, everyone. I think it's simply what keeps me going, a bit like Jasper has did. Grandchildren is my driving force, to be fair. I've got 3 of them. 2 of them are 150 miles away, so I haven't seen them since the start of the year. They're only 2 and 3. so just thought of getting back to see them again. But then I've got the granddaughter just down the road from me, a couple of 100 yards away, and we go out for a walk most days. And if we aim to go past their place, it's always nice to see her in the garden. Certainly gives a smile to the day, and makes everything worthwhile and puts everything in perspective, really. Yeah, business-wise, I spend a lot of time driving my business forward while I'm stuck at home as well. It's all done from home anyway, all on social media. But it is possible to get square eyes, I suppose. But yes, it's the granddaughter that keeps me going. She is the light of our life. So yeah, hi.
Great, thanks.
To you.
Thanks, Kevin. Right, Donovan, let's come over to you. Good morning, Donovan. Donovan, are you with us?
Yes, sorry about that. Morning, everyone. Yeah, mine is more on the motivational side. I try to motivate myself if I have to do something. Like at the moment, I'm studying to improve my skills. So I basically give myself like small rewards every step of the way, and that keeps me motivated. And that gives me a bit of strength, just to push myself so I can reach my goals. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Donovan. Right, let's go across to our Italian. So, Nazipo, you Giancarlo again this morning. Good morning.
Morning, Ivan. Thanks. I think on my side, I've recently started. I put up a status on Saturday to ask if I can call myself an artist yet, because I've recently started doing some art. Purely because when lockdown started, I couldn't, there was a lot of rooms which were left undone. And so I decided, because I can't go out and buy all the paintings and whatever it is I needed, let me start doing them myself. And I've been going on YouTube and getting all these beautiful ideas. Like I spent my entire weekend just doing artwork for my dining room. But I'm enjoying it because I keep creating these little pieces, these beautiful pieces, and that just, it lights me up for some reason. Like now I really, really, really enjoy it. And I get a lot of strength as well from God through prayer. I've now got a prayer altar in my house, and I find, like Stella as well, when I'm down, I'll play my gospel music. I'll go up to my prayer altar, and I'll come back feeling much better. And I think I draw a lot of strength as well from my inmate, which is my son. And we strengthen each other up, and that's where I'm drawing my strength at the moment. Thanks.
Great, thanks, Nazipo. Luther, good morning to you. I haven't seen you for a while, so welcome back. And your thoughts on strength.
Let me just activate everything. Thank you. A great topic this morning. What gives me strength? There's a notion that they say the greater the quest or your vision, the more strength can be mobilized. For me, it's fueled by my gratitude for what I'm blessed with, my active faith, then especially my wife for 45 years, my children, my grandchildren, being the nearest, and we love each other dearly. And the list is endless, but all my relationships in this time. The energy that infused me for 15 years, I've been researching my legacy I would love to leave the world. And that is to make it able for people and business to flourish. And I'm proud to announce I'm doing a soft launch of it today in the Saldanha Bay municipal area for the 7 towns where I'll be establishing 12 hubs in each of the towns and the area to serve, but especially to act as a resilience and a support center. Because as with the rest of the country, business is in dire straits and they need immediate help and support to get going. And the intention is by Friday, I will launch a press release making this known and inviting partners in the other 204 municipalities in South Africa to do likewise and support them and be the change that we want to see in business, to give hope. And that is the legacy I would love to leave. And that gives me more strength than I can deal with. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Luther, and all the best with your project. It sounds excellent. So well done with that. Good. Let's come across to Sarah.
Thanks, Ivan, and good morning again to everyone. So my one son has now gone to school today. We've got one more, but it's let's wait. What gives me strength? Wow, I mean, just adding on, from some of what the speakers spoke about that I resonate with. But I must say, for me, the greatest and the biggest one, especially at this time, is really has been my relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. There's a song, I'm not gonna sing it, but it says, friendship with Jesus, fellowship divine. Oh, what blessed, sweet communion. Jesus is a friend of mine. And that gives me strength because it's the one relationship that I never have to perform for. I never have to pretend I'm something that I'm not. I just am. And I know I'm loved and I am accepted, and so it's my refuge. It's a place where I run to because I just feel like it is such a place of rest, of just being without performing or acting or wanting to earn approval. You just be, that's where you are, and you receive that strength. So that's what really gives me strength. My children, of course, we've had an incredible opportunity, to bond very much during this time of COVID. It's been an incredible time of bonding. We've really come to know each other more. And I've got a personality that borders on being choleric stroke melancholy. So it can be very difficult at home. It's great in business. It's difficult at home. But, I had to learn to be more gentle, trying to be patient, which is my weakest character that I'm working on. But it's been great to just see how we are growing and in each other, and there's just happiness and there's joy in my home, and that's what I really want to see, and that gives me strength to see that, to see them happy, to see us laughing. I always say to them, I just want an environment where we can laugh and you are free to be you, because that's your home. And also my family, my extended family. Well, my parents are late, but we are a very close-knit family with my sisters, my aunts, my cousins. We're a huge family, some from the Eastern Cape, but it's just, they give me so much strength. They are the biggest supporter of my walk and my faith, and really a strong backbone in my support. And the gig message as well, I must say, it's another place that just helps me to grow and just enlarges me. And lastly, as everybody else has said, my purpose, my dream. I mean, one of the biggest of the dreams I have is to see a reformed South Africa, a transformed public service. And that keeps me going through every crisis I go through. That keeps me going to say, I will see that in my lifetime. So I'll end there. Thanks, Ivan.
Great, thanks Sarah, for that. Cecile, let's come across to you.
Yes, the things that give me strength, and I was just thinking while all of you were talking, someone that I didn't think is, but my mom is 83, but she's a young 83. She lives in her own house in Jeffreys Bay, and they are yes, they are in lockdown. They can't even go out the door, but they can walk. So she walks every morning for 3.5 kilometers at a brisk pace, and then in the day, if she gets bored, she puts on a little exercise program and she walks around the thing, and she does steps and sit-ups and all those kind of things. And she's never been an athlete really in her life, so it's amazing. She just keeps herself busy and occupied, and she builds, she knits jerseys for children, for whatever. So when I feel a little bit down, I think, my mom is completely alone. She misses my dad. They were also married for 60 years. He died 2 years ago, but she looks in the positive, and she moves ahead. And then we were at my daughter's house this weekend, and just seeing their family and all jolly, and how the grandkids that are 6 and 8, how they've grown over this time. Because Cindy's as at home, she works from home, but now Ernest is also at home, so, or well, he was. And so he's putting a lot of time into the kids. He does the schoolwork, and I can just see how happy and jolly and well adapted they are during this period, and positive. And then my sister, that's done amazing things in this time. When everyone was in lockdown and watching TV, she was studying, and she got a cultural tourist guide qualification during this time. So there's nowhere to go yet, but she's got the guide. So yeah, and then I try and keep fit and healthy every day. That keeps me sane in the day, to just move off my desk and go and train. But yeah, it's pretty much the same as everyone else. Go guys, go.
Great, thanks, Cecile. Trevor, let's get across to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out what gives me inner strength. I just wake up every morning and I'm never bored. My biggest challenge is to simplify I think it's an abundance of opportunity that I know and I see exists in the world on a daily basis. And I think the challenge that gets me going every day is how to simplify what other people find complex. And you look at all these people around the world that seem to not have any purpose. So I think where I'm at the moment is trying to work out how to simplify the cracking of the code of the game of life and business. It's actually quite simple. It's simple to get excited. It's simple to get enthusiastic. It's simple to get things done. But the trick is to fan the flames of enthusiasm amongst hundreds to thousands of people that want to make a change in the world. So I'm working through what's on the go, and I spoke to you just before this session, Ivan, to say, hey, this world has completely changed. And that's what I'm excited about, that people haven't recognized that at all. And one of the comments that I was looking at, and by the way, Lee, I'm a fan of Phineas and Ferb. So if you really want to watch quality TV programs, Phineas and Ferb is my greatest recommendation. They are the smartest guys in the world, and they understand life better than anyone else. So now I've forgotten why I was excited. Yes, the point that I actually discovered over the weekend is that Zoom in 60 days grew from approximately 10 million users to over 300 million users in 60 days. Is that not telling us something about how the world has changed radically?
Right, thanks, Trevor. And that's just Zoom. I mean, never mind all the other online platforms that have also sort of taken huge leaps in their growth. So, yeah, so I thought I'd just fan the flames. So, as Trevor said, I love. For me, I think it's being able to take time out in nature. Enjoy nature, appreciate nature, sit around a log fire in the bush somewhere. So, really yearning to get back to that. I must be absolutely honest. Some good time out in nature is what really bolsters me, I think. So yeah, that's my little bit. So Lee, back to you to wrap up, and I think we're done for this morning.
Well, I think as I think about, where do we want to go tomorrow? I think one of the themes that's come up, but certainly that's also been swirling around in my mind, is this idea of vision. We've spoken about purpose, but I'm wondering whether we don't also need to explore vision. And I know it's connected to our purpose, but a vision is something that I think also inspires other people and pulls and allows other people to follow something extraordinary, something that they never thought that they would be a part of. And one of the things that is really compelling at the moment is SpaceX's flight up to the space station. I mean, this is a private enterprise that in the middle of COVID said, no, we're not letting anything stop this. And that this mission has had years and years and years of vision behind it and has galvanized thousands of people to make it happen. And it's inspiring to think, because we also know that according to Elon Musk, the space station is not the vision. Mars is the vision. And to have that astronomical, literally astronomical vision that is interplanetary and that his goal, that may well not be achieved in his lifetime, is that human beings will become an interplanetary species. I mean, that we will colonize Mars. That is a vision. That is a vision. And so if we just take it back a couple of notches, what is our vision? And so that's the question that I leave with us for tomorrow is, what is your vision? Or what is the vision that ignites passion in you? So it may be somebody else's vision. We don't always have to be the visionary, but what is capturing us that we believe that this is something that we are prepared to give our time and effort to? So I look forward to hearing your thoughts and ideas around that tomorrow.
Great, thanks, Lee. So fantastic day for everybody. Go out, look, see, find, look what your vision is, and come back and tell us tomorrow morning. So have a great day, and we'll see you on tomorrow. Cheers now.